Nice rich soil long inside the container, man. And these are rich soil. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome to Plant Garden TV. How you all doing today? Maintaining that rich soil in your container. Is it important to maintain your soil in your container? Yes, very much so. Because these containers, the plants that in these containers take a lot of nutrients out of the containers. And if you don't maintain the soil in your container, yes, then you could have very weak soil to feed your plant. So it's very important to maintain, especially in the winter, guys, in the fall, before the winter. You take all the leaf, all the weeds, and then you just pack them in. This soil, believe it or not, is basically already prepared and ready for the next garden season, which is next spring. We have clay soil. We have some clay soil inside here as well. We have, this is a pear tree. What we do in this container, we also set seed in the container them and just leave them inside there. If you notice, we have beets coming back up. That's one thing we know for a fact. Beet love cold weather. Beet does not love that heat, because in the heat, you don't see them striving much, but in the colder weather, they comes up really powerful. So now these are sweet stevia that we definitely got to carry indoors. We definitely got to carry these sweet stevia indoors, because if we don't carry, pull dry them down, and then we not gonna able to get our sweet stevia for next season. We also have the seeds that we can use. We can use the seed and get the seed germinate, which could be another good way. But the good thing with sweet stevia, when you take them indoors, you see, guys, we actually have clay soil in the container, so we don't underestimate clay soil, guys. Right. So the good thing we can do with the sweet stevia, we can save the seed, ready, put it in a container with clay soil, and we're getting ready to put them indoors. The weather is really changing fast now, so we have to get real busy, man. This is a fruit tree right here. I can't remember the fruit tree, but I set them from seed. This right here is a dragon fruit. So basically, guys, what we're getting ready to do now is we already start. We already remove a lot of plants in container from outdoors. So the thing about it, guys, we do in ground, and we also do containers. So when we got to take this in, because we already know dragon fruit cannot take the cold weather. So all these little weeds that you see grow up in here gonna eventually break down and dry out and turn into compost. You see, guys, rich, beautiful soil. How did we create this rich, beautiful soil in this container? By using the weeds that we get out of our garden, and all these weeds that grows up break down. So when we do this now, these gonna go back into the soil, because remember, we got to get our container ready for next spring, and we do not want to wait until springtime to do that. So here we have avocado plant as well. We have some avocado. Same thing going on here, guys. Same thing going on. Now is the time to prepare your container. I do not like to wait until the spring, guys. I do not like to wait till the spring. I love to do it now, in the fall, in the winter, because when you do that, what's gonna happen, you're gonna prepare your soil, gonna be ready for the next growing season, because when you take your container inside, remember the plant do not grow that much. The plants just be struggling and trying to keep itself alive. So when you bring it out now, you make sure before you take it in, you prep up that soil, guys. You prep up that soil before you take it in. How do you prep up your soil? With leaves, naturally, guys, naturally. All these weeds, leave them inside your container naturally. They're gonna break down every year. I'm gonna show you guys in a minute how I prepare my containers them before taking them indoors, because it's important. This is I have to harvest this turmeric here, but it's a lemon verriga here. Beautiful plant to have. It tastes just like lemon. All right, and we have our avocado plant growing right here. But all these guys, you never take them out. You leave them inside the container. This gonna break down and feed your soil, guys. All right, you don't need to go out there and spending an arm and a leg, guys. All these leaves, you take them up and you load up, pack them inside the container. All right, you pick them up, you rake them up, and you pack them in your container. This same leaf gonna come and break down and feed your soil. Very important. This is a turmeric here. I'm getting ready to harvest, but I'm just giving you guys some demonstration of how to maintain your soil, especially in a container. So we have a lemon here. This is a small lemon coming up here, sweet lemon. You notice what's going on here. You see, guys, all these again, guys. All these, when you take them indoor, gonna dry down and become food for the plant. Look how the soil is dark and rich in this container. Look how the soil is dark and rich. How rich? By doing the same method I now show you here. So every year, every fall, you take all the weeds and you put them back in the container. All the weeds, you put them back every fall. All the leaf. Look at this, guys. Look how this thing is rich and beautiful here. Hey, Icy man, what's up, man? I like when you cook it. All right. We're getting ready to cook Friday, so tune in, all right? Hey, Pure Grow, what's up? Blessing, I blessing. Thank you. You see, guys, check this. Check how this thing dark and beautiful. So I'm giving you remedy, guys. Natural remedy, how to maintain your container garden, guys. All right, look over here. I'm going to show you what's going on here too. And pine take a long time to break down, but don't underestimate pine needle at all. Don't underestimate pine needle at all, guys. All right, look at what's going on here. All these are weeds that's gonna break down. By the time next spring, these things gonna break down and ready for your soil. Look how this thing transform, guys. Transform into dark, rich soil, guys. You see how rich this thing is? All right. So I'm giving you the remedy to take care of that. Get your soil, because guys, remember, your soil in your container this is not in ground. This is different than in ground. In ground is different. Container, you have to add the nutrients inside of it. Sometimes the plants can search for it in the ground, in the soil. But when you're talking about container, you have to make sure that the container is loaded with nutrients. You see, we have clay soil over here, And why do we use clay soil? We use clay soil for a reason. The only reason why we use clay soil in container is because clay soil hold moisture. So in the winter, if you dealing with the weather, not in the winter, in the summer, when the weather is really hot, sometimes the clay soil help hold the moisture. And also these blends up in your soil help hold moisture as well. So it's a very important, guys. And like I said, do not underestimate clay soil. Clay soil is full of minerals. So adding a little clay soil to your container is wonderful. Some people might say, oh, the clay soil gonna make it too clammy, and no, if you keep mixing these with clay soil, it's gonna eventually start breaking up. So instead of it being really clammy, over a period of time, it's gonna start to get really loose. So this is real information I'm giving you guys here. These are weeds that growing up. This is why I never pull up any weeds in the fall. Never. Because I leave the weeds to go back to the dry down, and this gonna go back into the soil, which is one of the most important thing ever. All right. So how does this benefit our soil? It's benefit our soil by help keeping our soil, give our soil that kind of cushion where it's helped to hold water. And we all know how water is important to plants. So, and when the sun penetrates the container, we already know the sun dries out the container. So these weeds gonna help create a sponge inside of the container. So when you wet it, it kind of suck the water. So when the sun come, that sponge, that water, some kind of moisture gonna still be in that container. All right. Same thing going on here, guys. This is a beautiful pepper tree here, still striving. But if you notice, you're gonna see clay soil. So we don't just we explaining and we showing you. Do not underestimate clay soil. It's a beautiful thing in our garden. See, we have lemon. Our lemon is doing beautiful. Our lemon is basically ripening. And one thing again here, guys, at this time of the year, I don't know, I think I leave them outside, but at this time of the year, my lemon tree is producing like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm being, producing like crazy at this time of the year. I'm not sure if I take them indoors, if they're gonna generate enough sunlight that I can basically able to get lemon from the plant. But I think it's time I got to take them indoors. You see, look at this. I have to take them indoors. I'm worried that the cold weather already start getting to them, so I have to take them indoors. We already have also a June plum, and this June plum is producing. If you notice down inside here, this is where it's producing here. And if you look down inside there, oh yeah, pepper. If you have a few pepper done germinate already, all right. All right, so this, you got to take this indoors. So I'm going to take this indoors and I'm going to take care of these pepper. I think that's some sweet pepper right there. That already germinate already. Wow, okay. So you see, guys, you see what's in here? Look what's in here. This create a beautiful soil. It doesn't matter whether it's clay soil or not. Once you're dealing with the leaf, it's gonna change your soil. This is a papaya we have right here. This is a papaya, and this is very important for any container garden, guys. Do not underestimate the weeds that you take up in your garden. Even though you might have grass clippings, do not estimate your grass clippings because they are very beneficial to our garden. All right. So I just want to give you guys a little update on what I'm doing so far. My goal is to get these containers out of the cold because the weather is changing right at this point. This container here, I'm gonna turn it over because you see it's a massive turmeric plant, right here. So all these type of weeds that's here, you could take them and you could pack them in your container, guys. Don't be scared to do this at all. This will change your soil because all these leaves gonna break down and turn into compost. All of them. So right here we have, this is our turmeric. Let me see. I gotta get something to dig this to see what we can get here, if we have any harvest here. So you can grow turmeric in container too, guys. We also have a yam. We grew a yam in this container last year, and this is basically it right here, growing right here. But I don't want to take up the yam. I want to take up the turmeric right now. You see the soil? This is basically clay soil, guys. This is actually clay. I love to use clay soil in container because, like I know I was mentioning, it helps hold moisture, and moisture in our container is beautiful. So when you wet the soil, the clay soil holds the water, and when it holds the water, when the sun starts penetrating, the plants still have some kind of moisture to feed from. I need something to dig this out. Thank you all so much. Thank you all for joining. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let me get something to see if I can dig out this thing right here. So right now, guys, this is the time to get your container out of the garden. You can put them in your greenhouse, but now is the time. In this container here, I leave a piece of turmeric inside it last year, and it just grew up. So I want to see what's inside this. I want to see if we have any turmeric inside here. It's a huge plant, so let's see what we can get from it, guys. Oh, okay, I see turmeric, guys. I don't know if you can see, but I see something down there. You see? All right. And guys, turmeric is an easy plant to grow. Very, very easy plant. Very easy plant to grow. All you got to do, plant them, and they will basically take care of them own self. Okay, all right. Okay, guys. Oh, man. This is our little yam was growing, guys. All right, so let's see what we have from our turmeric. Let's see if we have anything. This is the piece that I leave in the ground last year. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna replant it. So this is what this whole plant come from. This whole turmeric here. right, so we have a nice little harvest, guys. Check it out. Check it out. We have a nice little harvest. So what we're going to do, we're going to harvest these, and we're going to save the top, which is the head, and we're going to save a few pieces for the next garden season. You always save a few for next season, guys. Always save a few for the next season. Look at this. Nice. So what you do, guys, you take off. Okay, let's go over here. So now this container now, I'm not going to take this inside, but let me show you what I'm going to do with this container. Let me show you. Guys, I'm going to take these leaves and I'm going to put them down in there. Put them down in there. And then I'm going to take some soil and cover them. This container is basically prepared and ready for the next garden season. Hey Carlton, how you doing? This is definitely prepared and ready. Now this, we can leave this in here, but I don't know. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this in a container and take it indoors. This is the one that gave me the harvest. And this is what I love about these plants. You can always replant their top. All right. So let's take this over here, guys, and see. And turmeric ain't cheap, you know, guys. I know you all know turmeric ain't cheap. You see all these containers, some is fruit trees. I have to walk and get in. All right, guys, so let's see what we get here from these turmeric, and I'm going to show you what we're going to save to put back in the ground for next season, which is a good idea. You always allow your crop to multiply, so that's going to save you from have to go and look for seeds and have to go and buy, because every time you harvest, you always try to put back something in the ground. Now, I'm going to show you something here. Nice little harvest, guys. Watch it. Nice little fresh harvest. Nice, beautiful harvest. This you might have to, this is organic, so you might have to pay. For this, you might have to pay about nearly $20 for these two bungle here. Especially is organic. You know how organic thing is way more expensive than the regular. So guys, this was the head that I replant last year. And this give me all these turmeric you see in here. So now, how we gonna multiply? So how we gonna multiply this crop? Let me show you how we're gonna multiply this crop now. So we had one. Now we're gonna cut this off right here. You see, we're gonna cut this off right here, and then we're gonna cut this off right here, and then we're gonna cut this off. So here how we multiply our harvest, which is beautiful. Look how beautiful. Yes, turmeric is beautiful. Pure gold. Here how nice turmeric, how you could multiply your. So now we had this last year. This is what we had last year, and this come, yes, $20, yes. And this is what we get from our plant. Now we're gonna plant this one back, and we're gonna plant this. So now we have 3 plants that we can replant, and we could break off the top of this one and plant it back as well. So guys, this is just to show you guys regardless of doing it in container, regardless of doing it in ground, which I do both. I do both. I do container, I do in ground. And the truth is basically to show you guys. It's not that I have to grow anything in container because I have the space, but it's just for my supporters and my subscribers to motivate you that you can grow in a small space and you can be successful, because this is what you get from one plant, and then you still have more to multiply. You see what I'm saying? So say for instance you have 3, 4, 5 plants, you could have a nice bungle. Yes, turmeric goes similar to ginger, definitely. Definitely. You see what I'm coming from, guys? So this channel is just about motivating, guys, and encouraging others to do what they can, however they can, and make it work. Over here, we still have more turmeric though. We still have more turmeric to harvest. Still have more. We still have one in this container, which I might just leave. And we still have one here. But this one is very close to an avocado plant. So I don't know if I even want to bother with this one. Yeah. Because this avocado plant need to be transplanted into another pot. But look at it, guys. Look how this thing break down nicely. Look how these leaves break down nicely into the container. So you see, we have another turmeric here to harvest, but I don't know if I can do it now until I transplant. Yes, guys, thank you, Pure. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Guys, please support the channel by hitting the like button. Support however you can, guys, because all I do, I give positive information and motivate others. All right. So you see, guys, you could even have a turmeric growing in the same container with a fruit tree, and no problem. The only thing is, when removing, this got to go in a bigger pot. So I have to get a bigger pot for this and also harvest that turmeric right there. So guys, listen me, you can't do it. All this is a container right here. You could plant several things in this container. Several things. You could plant let me see how much turmeric you could plant. 1, 2, 3, at least 5 roots of turmeric in this thing, and it grows. And it grows. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to know how to utilize your space. You don't need big space to do garden. Utilize a little space, and you could have like a pallet. You see, this is a pallet I have here, and you could pack your plants them on a pallet. Just like that, guys. Simple and easy. So we do container garden and we also do in-ground gardening. We had some beautiful fruits this year. Our peach tree them produced pretty well this year. And as you see, our lemon produce, they already ripened. Then I have a lemon tree now start producing again. So get out there, guys. Get out there. And what you do, you get out there and you start walking on your soil. Don't wait till next spring. Do it today. Get up. Don't worry about the weather. It might be a little chilly. Get up. You see right now, all these containers, I got to move them. I got to clean them because there was a lot of rain. and the rain spat up the dirt on top of them. So I gotta go and clean all these containers now. Then put them in my greenhouse. So the journey never ends. But at the same time, very rewarding. Alright? So I just want to say again, thank you all, man. Thank you all for all the support. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. And listen me. Happy gardening, guys. And remember, we go live very often, so hit the like button so you can always hit the notification bell so you could always be notified. So my goal, my job today is cleaning these containers and moving them out of the cold weather. We have the peach tree, the pear trees, we ain't got to move them. The peach tree, the avocado, we got to move the avocado. Hey TJ, what's how you doing? Blessing from London, TJ, blessing. Yes, all this that's got to go inside. We have our moringa as well. Our moringa. This is moringa, this got to go inside as well. Majority of all of them got to go in. The only thing we're going to be leaving out is our peach trees, our pear trees. This is one of our pear tree here, honey dripping. This is a sweet, sweet pear tree right here. So this already prepared and ready and just waiting for next spring. And that's what's important. Don't wait until the spring to now get in your compost together. You gotta do it now. Look at these. You see this? I already have this going. Look at this. You see this? Black and nice. This is my lemon tree right here. All right? So the same weeds them that you picking up out of your garden, or the same leaf them that drops, all these leaf that drops to the ground is the same leaf that's going to break down and turn black in your container and feed in your soil. All right? There's a lot of people who have access to grass clipping as well. I use grass clipping. I have a lawnmower. I have a battery lawnmower. Not the one with gas. I have the battery one. And if I cut the grass, I save the grass. And this is it right here. This is grass that I saved this year and pack in my container. These gonna break down and feed the soil. All right, so instead of you got to get up next spring, run out there and spending a bunch of money and to get compost, to get this. If you start the job now, you wouldn't have to do that. You will save yourself time and you will save yourself money for next spring. Get up now, get out there, start grabbing your leaf, pulling up your dry weeds them out your garden and pack them in your container. So it's going to save you from spending a bunch of money next garden season. All right? So you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you all for coming out. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. Blessings to all. Today, so I'm going to start going in London. Well, in London at this point, the season, if you're going, like right now, the weather is changing. So what I'll say now, start grabbing your container them together, or grab a big container together, start taking leaf and pack them inside the container, allow them to break down. You know, start gathering your container, start putting soil inside of them if you have the space. Pack them with leaf and grass clipping, weeds, all this kind of stuff. Pack them to the top and just leave them and get yourself ready for the next garden season. All right, because ain't much you could do now when you're dealing with the cold weather. Now it's time to prepare your soil and be ready for the spring. Ain't much you can do right at this point. All right? All right, Pure Grow Man, blessing to you. And guys, don't forget to check out Pure Grow Man. That's a brother doing his, is a gardener as well, doing his thing. All right? Thank you all so much, man. Definitely, man. Positive vibes, victory, yes. Because over here, we deal with positive vibes and production. All right? Thank you all, guys. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace.